Um, this is my first YouTube video in a really long time. In this video, I'll be talking about how and why we started our homeschooling journey. I've had a lot of people asking me and how we've done it. We have been doing homeschool since August. 8 months now. I homeschool my 3 kids. I have a 13-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 7-year-old. And I'm just going to jump right in and explain why we started. With my middle child, we dealt with a lot of bullying. And the school systems, they didn't help. You know, they promised that, you know, there's anti-bullying and that they're always on top of things. They are not. From kindergarten, she was bullied. We took every step and every measure and every protocol that we needed to follow in order for things to work out. She would come home with bloody knees and all kinds of stuff, and she's really petite, and nothing was ever done. It really wasn't taken care of until we threatened a lawsuit. And I don't know if it's because I'm young and I look a certain way that they just didn't really pay attention, but it really hurt her self-esteem really bad, because they're not, in our home, let me back up, I'm sorry. In our home, we try to speak positivity to our children. So they're not used to hearing that they're ugly, or that their clothes are ugly, or that their hair is ugly, or that their skin is ugly. We try to teach them to love themselves. And so when she's going to school, she has this girl telling her all the opposite things. And so my daughter is now in 4th grade, and we're going to fast forward to one of the main reasons I pulled them out of public school is because she, and I've kind of discussed with her that we're going to let people know this, she tried to commit suicide not once but twice. And my daughter is, when she first tried this, she was 8 years old. She's now 9, and she tried it again. And at 9 years old, you shouldn't want to take your life because of what you're experiencing in school. I remember at her age, school was the best thing about my day. I loved school. She hated every second of it, and her grades were suffering. She couldn't sleep at night. She got anxiety, so we put her in counseling, and it helped a little bit, but still to this day, her personality has been very much so affected by it. She used to be my little social butterfly, and when we go places, like, she would make friends like that. Now we go out, and she's changed. It changed her. But I will say, since we have started this homeschool journey, she is becoming herself again. She's coming back out of her shell. She is happy. She's my Madeline again. And so I do not regret it one bit, homeschooling them. And you know, when I first pulled them out, oh my gosh, I was terrified. I was like, how am I going to do this? This is 3 kids. I go crazy when they get home from school every day, and I'm dealing with them by myself. Like, well, what am I going to do? I mean, my husband's here, but you know, like, what am I going to do all day by myself teaching them? And it actually has been the best thing for all of us. It is not that hard at all. Like, we get through school, and then they can we pretty much unschool the rest of the day. We have like lunch, and we spend time together, and it's not that bad. And so, back up, I kind of get ahead of myself. I do this a lot. My son was diagnosed with ADHD during this process, because every day they're calling me, he's doing something, but he's super, super intelligent, super smart. Like, he's in 1st grade, and we're working on 1st and 2nd grade work with him right now in homeschool. And of course, every parent thinks their kid is super, super smart, but you know, all kids are smart. But basically, I felt like I was forced to put him on medication, and I am an advocate for medication. If you need it, take it. I don't personally want my child to be on medication for the rest of his life if he doesn't need to be right now. If it's something that he needs to cope with later, then we'll get there when we get there. But he's only, at this time, 7 years old. And there's other methods we can try, other natural things that we can try. And he's a boy. He's 7. He's active. I mean, you put an 8-year-old, a 7-year-old in a classroom and expect them to sit down all day. Plus, they're punishing him for acting out. So he can't play in PE. He can't play in recess because they're sitting him out the whole time. So he has all this pent up energy. And what do they expect his reaction is going to be? Of course, he's going to be wild in class. You're not giving him an outlet for this energy. So every day it was something with him. And he was coming home and crying, and he's saying that he thinks he's the baddest kid in the world and that he's stupid. And look, like I said, I speak positivity into my children, and my children are not bad. I mean, all kids, you know, they have their issues or whatever, and he's not stupid. And I do not want them to have self-esteem issues that I got in school from being bullied. You know, if I can prevent this, I will prevent this. And so the week that I already was considered pulling them out and we were going to put him in private school, the night, which was a Saturday night, I will not forget this, because we were at family's house and we were having a cookout, and Madeline went and locked herself in the bathroom, and my brother-in-law comes over. He's like, hey, I can't get Maddie to come out of the bathroom. She locked herself in there. And so I'm like, okay, she's locked in the bathroom. I didn't think anything of it. So we go across, and when we get in there, she locked herself in the bathroom and she had a pair of scissors. So my husband basically had to like break in the bathroom and get her out. And when I asked her, I mean, this is a Saturday night, out of nowhere, everything's fine. What's wrong? And she's like, I'm just stressed out. School's stressing me out. I told Matt right then and there. That was it. And we pulled them out. That was my 13-year-old. She was 12 at the time. Hers is bullying, like boys telling her she's not beautiful and stuff like that. But she handles stuff, you know, better because she's older, but it's still not okay. Bullying is not the only reason, but it does have a lot to do with it. And the mental state of my children did have a lot to do with it. So that is the main reason. And when I pulled them out, I had people, including family members, questioning why I'm doing this, and that I'm stupid for taking my kids out of school. But you know what, like upon research and talking to other homeschool moms, we have taught our kids for hundreds of years before school even came like a thing, public school. So, and I'm not knocking public schools, because there are some great teachers and their education is great, and I'm still learning, but my kids are learning and they're flourishing. They take guitar, vocal lessons, softball. They are still active. They're not socially inept or any of that. I just will say that homeschooling has been the most amazing thing for my family. I can teach them, because we are Christian, I can teach them Bible classes. We can learn about Black History Month in a way that you couldn't teach them otherwise, because public school, you know, won't let you. I can teach them about Columbus Day in a way that they would never let you teach that in a public school, because it's not okay. So there are things that, and then when they're interested in things, we can take 2 weeks and study about these things they're interested in, that they can't do that in public school. So it has really been a life-changing thing for us. And I've had a lot of people ask me like what curriculums I use and all kinds of stuff, and I am more than willing to make more videos about that. But this is kind of my first video. I did ramble a lot, but I plan on doing more videos about just home decor, momming, cleaning, homeschooling, clean with, like just all kinds of stuff. But I just wanted to kind of start this out with why I chose to homeschool our children, and just kind of give you a look into that aspect of everything. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for taking the time out to watch this video. Like, comment, and subscribe to Hange Tribe 6. I'll get used to saying this. Anyways, Hange Tribe 6. And I will see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.